Hey guys, Big Paps 52 here with my deck review on the Karvival Hornets deck. This deck is different than all of the other decks. The Dose deck still kept with the whole skull things. The Ryzen didn't really keep with the skull things. It was more of Oriental, but this deck is different. This deck doesn't even have anything to do with Bicycle. It doesn't say Bicycle at all on the top, and I actually don't think this is a Bicycle one. I think this is the B version of the Karvivals, because that would explain the Hornet on the front, which is different. And I'll explain more of why I think they're B cards later. So on the top, it says playing cards, casino quality, just like a B deck would. On the side it says, brought to you by www.karvivalinc.com. This says Skullback, made in the USA, which I'll explain to you the whole Skullback in a second. And this has a reveal for the King of Clubs, and it says karvivalinc.com. So if you can see this, which you probably really can't all too well because it's just so tiny in there, with the detail, which I'll show you in a second. Right now I'm just grabbing out my B deck if I can find it, because I want to explain to you why I think this might be a B deck instead of being what you guys would think would be just another Bicycle Karvival Edition deck. So this deck is a lot different to me. I'm just going to set that down real quick so I can do this because I see the B deck right now. Alright, and I grabbed it. Cool. So look, what I want to explain to you is all the B decks say casino quality, alright? Casino quality, alright? They all have a picture of the B on the front. You have your Hornet and you have a B, alright? And the backs is what really also gets you, because these have this weird red and white looking design, just a basic red and white looking design from the naked eye. And that's how this is. This has a blue and white design on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this deck of cards and show you what it looks like real quick. With the all the B cards, when you open it up, instead of seeing that white, you always see like some kind of pattern on the top because of the printing on the back. So right here you see that blue and white look. When you get into the B deck and you open it up, or the Hornets deck, I'm sorry, you see again a pattern, not exact the same, but similar. You see this red and white look, which is very, very intricate and different. And then what I'm going to get into is now that I'm going to get into the deck. And remember, nothing's on the flaps, nothing on the inside, nothing on the tab. Alright? So I'm going to get into this. And this just screams it's a B deck to me because of how it is. So I'm just going to stick with that. This is my idea that this is supposed to be B. Right here for the Joker, you don't really see a lot with the whole idea of Hornet in this, except for the Jokers, which have they have a Jester's hat on. You have a skeleton standing on a beehive, and you have a bee flying away, and you have a couple little tiny bees that are right at the bottom in these little dots. They just look like dots. That's all I can say that they are, is dots. And it says the Joker instead of saying Joker. That's the first Joker. The second Joker is your reveal Joker. And the reveal is of a 3 of spades, which is being carried away by the bee right there, if you can see this. I'm trying to get it at the best angles I can for your enjoyment to see. And so yeah, that's the Joker again. Now this ace is a lot different. Oh, and also what I liked is that these Jokers are in red. They're not in black like most Jokers are. Alright, so with this, it's the Karvival Hornets, is what it says on the ace. Again, you have your little skulls and your pips up here in the aces. And for this, you have a B. It's just a B in the center with like vines and just little tiny squiggles and details going all around. And you have 2 little bees flying away. So this ace really isn't that detailed, if I'd say so. And next we'll get into the bonus cards we get. This is the first bonus card. You have, instead of being another double backer like most Karvival cards, you have a back with, and then the other side says Karvival Dose, and it's trying to sell you on the Karvival Dose. But this comes with, on this Karvival Dose, it looks like it's been ripped away and it has a 6 of hearts. I really don't know how that could be used at all. I mean, there's a couple ways. I tried messing around with it last night, but otherwise that doesn't really have a big use to me. The second card that you get is going to be your promotion card. And again, this is one of the cards that did not stick with the whole you choose, which makes me think it's not a bicycle deck. It makes me think it's the B. It just says Karvival Inc. and then on the bottom you have, or the back, you have the design, like the normal backs of the cards. Alright? So for this, again, more disappointment. This was another deck I was disappointed with extremely. The rest of the deck is just basic. So just be prepared for disappointment in this deck. You have the Jack, which is normal, the Queen, the King, the Aces are all normal except for the first Ace. So what I want to get into, which I know you guys will not at all be able to tell on my camera, which I really, really wish you could, but the backs of the cards. It just looks too simple to you, doesn't it? That it's just this red and white little design, but all those white little dots that you see are actually skull and crossbones. I really wish you guys could tell that these are skull and crossbones. I'm actually going to take my camera and see if I can get it to work. So I'm going to pick up my camera real quick, and you cannot tell at all, can you? No matter how close I get, it just looks like they're dots. But that looks better. Look as close as you can at the screen right now. You can see that somehow these are actually skull and crossbones. Now if I grab the box, I don't know if the box would be easier to tell on. It's the same thing. What if I hit the zoom button? Does zoom do anything? Nope, zoom just makes it look like crap again. Alright, so just forget that, guys. But it is little tiny skulls. One person I saw that does have a little where you can actually tell is Sax Productions 101. She's very great. She has a lot of good reviews. So check her out, definitely. Some of her bicycle Karvival reviews, though, are a little older, except for this Hornets. So you're going to have to probably come to me if you want newer reviews and like clearer. Her Karvivals are usually a little older. So I'm going to do the handling real quick before I run out of time here. Alright, so you have... remember, I'm always on this wooden surface right here, so spreading and stuff is not that easy. Alright, so I'm just going to spread these cards out. Now, these look great when they spread. That red, oh, the red just stands out so much. Like, this deck is beautiful. 100% beauty in this deck. They spread so nicely. I mean, I'm just in love with this deck. I am in love. I mean, like, the back of this deck just has so much to me. They dribble fairly well. Yeah, so that's fine. Fanning, let me see how they fan. I haven't really tried the fanning on these. Oh, these fan great, and they look great when they fan, because you have that all red look to it, which is nice. And then as you can see on the front, it is a decent fan, so I have done actually a fairly good job. So it's a little harder to tell that it looks like a good fan because of how all the cards are the same. They don't have that border to it, which makes it a little more difficult. But otherwise, these are great cards. I do really, really like these cards. And again, I think these are the B Karvival cards. And that would explain the Hornets and everything. So yeah, you guys should pick these up definitely. Very nice, except for that they're basically on the inside just like a standard deck. This has been Big Pass 52. Comment, post, subscribe. Leave me messages, anything you want. I'm here, bro. Alright, see ya. Later.